y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is India, and if you're returning, welcome back, and thank you all for tuning in to today's video. This week is going to be a little bit different with today's styling video. So my style is going to be super quick, super simple. In this video, I am going to give you guys 5 tips that I wish I knew before I went natural, y'all. So no matter if you're just starting your journey, you've been natural for years, no matter what, these are 5 things that I wish I knew before I started. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, or you do like videos like this, definitely don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like this video and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We are on our way to 500, and y'all, we are getting closer and closer and closer every day, and I'm excited about it. I'm so happy to have you guys in the community, and yeah, y'all, it's just a good time. For today's video, y'all know how I like to start off. I always like to tell you what I did because my hair is already washed and conditioned. So I picked up the Joico K-Pack, the reconstructing shampoo. If you watch the vlogs, if you're keeping up with the vlogs, then y'all know I have been using these Joico shampoo and conditioners lately. My stylist friend put me on, and y'all, I have been loving them. So I just recently picked up this one. It's called the K-Pack. And this is the shampoo, and then I got the big conditioner on clearance, so I was like, why not? Y'all know I'm a fan of conditioner anyway. So this is what I use to wash and condition my hair, and y'all, I love it. Just like the moisture one, I love it. This is a great balance. So I have one for moisture, and then I have one for reconstruction. And really, one is gonna give me hydration, moisture, and all that good stuff. And then the reconstructing one is gonna be more heavy protein, and it's gonna give me strength and all that good stuff. So that's enough to rotate. And like I said, when I get done with these, then there's one more collection from Joico that I have seen that I wanna try. So I definitely got my eye out, but I'm not gonna buy any more. You already know I got enough products, all right? So for today, let's go ahead and jump into what I'm gonna use to style my hair. So for a leave-in today, I'm gonna be using the Afro G Keratin and Green Tea Reconstructorizer. So I'm gonna be using this. And then I'm not gonna be using my wet line. Usually when I do this style, I use my wet line, but I'm gonna change it up today. Today I'm gonna use the Talia Wajid Green Apple and Aloe Miracle Hold Gel. I'm gonna see how this does with this style. And then for just a little backup, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Hair Jelly Type Stronghold Gel. And y'all, if you've watched my Declutter series where I went through all my natural hair products, if you haven't, check out the description box for the link. I don't know, I'm on the fence about this. I told y'all I didn't really like it. It didn't really hold down for me, but I want to see maybe if I pair it with something else, then maybe it will give me the hold that I'm looking for. Those are all the products that I'm going to use to style. So now y'all, let's jump into these 5 things that I wish I knew before I actually started my natural hair journey. Okay, y'all, so the very first thing that I wish I knew before I started this hair journey, y'all, I wish I knew and understood the fact that one size does not fit all, okay? One size does not fit all. And what I mean by that is every product, everything I see somebody else using, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for me. That doesn't mean that it's going to be good for my hair. It doesn't mean that it's going to work. Doesn't mean that it's not a good product, but it's not a one size fits all type of ordeal. Like, it's just not. The important thing is for you to learn what works for your hair. And that does cause for some experimentation, and you just have to kind of learn. I think you can use other people's journey. Like, even when I'm doing these hairstyles and I'm doing things, like, y'all, I want you guys to get inspiration from it, but it doesn't mean that your hairstyle, maybe it may not come out exactly like mine, but you know, does it work? What you did it work for you? Or if I tell you guys about a product and I'm loving it, and you go get the product and you try it and you're like, oh, that didn't really work for me, that's okay. That's actually a part of the journey. Like, it's not one size fits all. You know, I can tell you what works for me. I can tell you some basic things to try, but at the very end of the day, that's the key word there. You have to actually try something, because if you don't try it for yourself, you won't know. And again, our hair is unique. Like, it's unique to us. We don't have the same hair types, and hair types is a whole nother thing. Like, I'm so overhearing people talk about hair types. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like, it's just the type of curl pattern that you have. That's it. But that doesn't mean that your hair is, you know, low porosity or high porosity. If anything, that matters more, because that tells you, at least your porosity level tells you how you intake moisture. How does your hair hold or intake moisture? So it gives you some type of information. Knowing your hair type, whether you're 4A, C, 2B, whatever the case may be, that doesn't actually mean nothing. That just says, hey, you're more curly than you are coily. But that doesn't actually help you with the health of your hair. So that's one part that I wish I knew, because, you know, especially with YouTube, and at the time that I went natural, like, y'all, I was trying to, and you will get frustrated, and that's what was happening. I was getting frustrated because I'm trying products that didn't necessarily work. It didn't do what, you know, I seen somebody else's hair do or look like, or mine didn't turn out that way. And it can get frustrating. So I want you guys to know that use YouTube for inspiration, but you're going to have to put in the work if you're going to be natural, because you have to figure out what works for you. And the only way to do that is to try, is to experiment. And that's the real big point of all of this. It's just to try and experiment. Yes, YouTube is great for seeing. Now, if you can find someone who has hair that's similar to yours, then that could be helpful. But even then, their hair may not react or act in the same way as yours. So it's just very important that you are trying things and seeing how it works for you, because there is no one-stop shop. All right, y'all, so the second tip is moisture and protein are both equally essential. So a lot of times we hear a lot about, you know, hydrating your hair, moisturizing your hair, but sometimes I think we forget about protein. Protein is very, very important, because the protein is what's going to help make your hair, or keep your hair strong, so you can prevent the damage. If you don't have enough protein, then your hair is going to be more susceptible to breakage, and it's going to more so snap easy, and all of those things are going to keep you from retaining your length, especially if you're looking for growth. So moisture is very important, but we also need protein. So a good protein treatment is helpful. I know there are different ones out there. I try to incorporate protein in my routine with my different shampoos and conditioners. Y'all know, especially like with my deep conditioners, I really do try to make a balance, or use a deep conditioner that I know has good proteins in it. So that's something that I wasn't always doing. I wasn't always paying attention to, hey, you know, do I have a balance between these products with the moisture and the protein? I was just leaning on really moisture at first. I wasn't really too focused on protein. And I don't really hear a lot of people talking about protein and the importance of it. You might hear a little something here and there, but not heavy, because most people are always saying that they think that their hair is dry. So you hear a lot of people talk about, how can you moisturize? How can you hydrate? But a part of that is, or a very important part of your routine should be keeping a protein balance as well. Because that is going to overall help with the health of your strands. And if your strands are healthy and they are getting all of the things that they need, then they will be more prone to stay moisturized and to stay strong, and when you're doing things you don't see as much breakage. So that's definitely something that I pay a lot more attention to now than when I first started, and nobody really said anything about it. Like I said, you might hear a few people talking about protein here and there, but it's not really a heavy conversation piece. And I think that it is very important, especially if you're noticing breakage or shedding and things of that nature. You probably need to incorporate more protein in your routine, and don't go overboard with it, because too much protein can cause you to have breakage as well. So you definitely want to have a balance between protein and moisture. So if I had to go back and start over again, I would definitely make sure that my routine had a good balance of both the moisture that I put in my hair as well as the protein as well. Y'all, so the third thing I wish I knew before I went natural, I wish I knew that over time your hair can actually change. Like, I did not understand, or I did not think that that was a thing. You know, I thought, you know, whatever my hair texture was, that's what it was gonna be, and yeah, that's what we was gonna rock with. But no, there are so many things that can change the way your hair texture is. It could be age, it could be anything. Like, it could be medications you're taking. Like, your hair can change over time for a number of different reasons. And so it's important for you to pay attention to what your hair is doing, or if you see any changes, because if your hair changes, then that means that you need to switch up your routine and make your routine match what your hair is currently doing at the time. So one thing that I have noticed in my hair journey, like, you guys may look at my hair and say, oh, it's thick, but my hair used to actually be a lot thicker in density than it is right now. I can tell when I do certain styles, it's just not as thick as it used to be. Like, it is definitely something that I have to pay attention to, because that is something that I've noticed, like, in the women in my family. Like, their hair will, the older that they get, they will start seeing some thinning and stuff like that. And so since I know that, and since I am seeing it now, like, it's not anything terrible now, but I can definitely tell a difference between the thickness. It's just, again, something that I am going to pay attention to. That's why you guys hear me talk a lot about, like, my scalp care, or if you see me, you know, trying new oils or something for my scalp, because that has a lot to do with it too, y'all, with hair growth or thinning and all that kind of stuff. It really, like, you really have to care about how healthy your scalp is, because your scalp is what your hair grows out of. If it's clogged up or if something's going on with it that is not making it where your hair can grow to its full potential, then, you know, then you're gonna have those issues. So since I have seen a difference and I know it, I am very aware of it. I'm paying more attention to it. So I am trying to make sure that I keep my scalp, you know, clean, even if that means washing it. Like, I can't be lazy and be like, oh, I'm just gonna stretch it out. Like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, because I know that I don't want to leave my scalp dirty, because that's just not good. So that's something that I wish I knew before I started, that your hair can change. And like I said, it can change for a whole number of different reasons. Us being women, with our hormones and different balances within our bodies, as we change and different things are changing, you know, with us, like, that has something that can affect your hair as well. So it's just a lot, y'all. But again, that was not something that I was really aware of, or I could say that I was aware of, or something that I was paying attention to when I was first going natural. So that's definitely something I would most definitely pay way more attention to as I'm picking products and what the things that I'm doing to my hair, you know, especially like when I'm picking styles. Like, am I picking high tension styles and things of that nature? Because that's something else that could possibly, you know, change your hair texture. If you're doing styles that tugs and pull at your hair a lot, that could cause you to have hair loss too. So definitely something to think of. Definitely something I wish I knew earlier. The fourth thing that I wish I knew before I started, protective styles aren't always protective. Like, have you ever gotten a protective style, whether it was some braids or, I don't know, it could be anything, any type of protective. All protective styles aren't created equal either. So I feel like you have to really be careful with your protective stylings, because sometimes those can break your hair off too. And depending upon how you are taking care of your hair while you have the protective styles, I think that is the key too. I know sometimes I see some people, they leave their protective style in way too long. Like, you have to still take care of your hair while you're protective styling. And I know a lot of the times, I think we are more so, we're protective styling, but I think we're more so just taking a break, y'all. If I'm honest, that's what I be doing. Like, when I get braids and stuff, like, it's more because I want a hair break. Like, I'm tired of doing my hair. To be honest, it don't have nothing to do about the protectiveness. It don't have nothing to do about me protective styling. It's more about me being lazy, or me just being tired of doing my hair all the time. And I just want a style where I can get up and get myself together and not have to worry about my hair. It's more of a convenient style than it is a protective style. And that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know and weigh in what y'all think about that, or what opinions you have about that. But a lot of times I think we get those styles, especially like, come on, yeah, when we go on vacation, what we gonna do? First thing we doing is getting some braids. Why? We're not necessarily trying to protect our hair. We're just trying to make sure that we don't have to do it. We want to make sure while we on vacation, we can actually vacation, and we can get up and get ourselves, you know, together, put our outfits on, do our makeup, and, you know, be out the door and look cute and not have to worry about what our hair looks like. So I would definitely say I wish early on that I knew that protective styling doesn't just necessarily mean protective. It's not necessarily being protective, because you also have to, like, sometimes everybody don't know how to braid. That's the thing. Like, everybody is not caring about the health of your hair. Some people just braid in the braid. And I mean, you know, and you don't know until you try. That's another one of those things. Like, you have to try people out. You don't know until you try, and that can be scary. But yeah, I just think with the protective styling, I just wish I knew that all protective stylings aren't necessarily protective. They're just more convenient, if I'm honest. All right, y'all. So last thing, number 5. I wish that I knew that being natural was going to take every bit of patience that I could get. Okay, like, if you are going to be a natural girl, you're gonna have to have patience, and you're gonna have to have patience with a lot of different areas as far as hair. You're gonna have to have patience to figure out what works for you, whether that's product, whether that's styling, whether that's, you know, setting yourself up on a routine. You're gonna have to have patience, because it takes trial and error to figure out what exactly your hair needs. It takes trials and error to figure out what exactly your hair likes. And it also takes trial and error to figure out how does that work or incorporate into your, like, lifestyle. Like, how does that incorporate? For instance, like, I'm doing my hair right now, because today is Sunday. I don't know if I told you guys that, but today is Sunday, and I'm working from home this week, so that's one reason why my style is going to be pretty simple. I know that I don't have too many places to go, but I still want my hair to be presentable if I need to run to the store or do anything. But I just didn't want to take a whole lot of time because y'all, if I let it, my hair can take all day. Like washing, detangling, deep conditioning, and that's just the basis of it. You've got styling, and you've got to know what products you're using, and you know, all the things, how long is the style going to last? And I just wish that I knew that it was going to take all this patience, y'all, because your girl didn't know. I didn't know I was going to have the patience. All these patience, because like it takes a lot. Like I will not, everyone who comes up to ask me about my hair, I let them know like, yeah, it looks nice, but you know, and people say, yeah, I want to go natural and all the things, and I'm here for everybody going natural, but I just put it and make sure that I'm being realistic with people because it does take time. It takes time, but that's with anything that you want to be great at, anything that you want to succeed at and do well at, anything that you want to see grow and develop, it takes time and patience. So your hair is not any different. If you want your hair to grow, if you want your hair to be more healthy, if you want to go natural, then you're going to have to dedicate and take the time out to make sure the things that you need to do to make that happen. And it's just as simple as that. All right, y'all, so those are the 5 things that I wish that I knew before I went natural. Y'all let me know in the comments. I really want to talk about this with y'all in the comments. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, or if there's something that you feel like, girl, I wish somebody would have told me. Somebody would have told me before I decided to call myself going natural. Like, I wish somebody would have told me this. So if you have something that I didn't mention, definitely leave it in the comment. Let's talk about it. Like, I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to hear some of the things that you would have mentioned. Yeah, I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say and think about the topic as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely, if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, come on. I know you want to get into this conversation. Go ahead and subscribe. Y'all, don't forget to share this video, and I hope you guys like this little simple, just a little 2-step here, 1-2 braid. Like I said, I'm keeping it real simple this week, and I told you guys that I was going to show you how I'm styling my hair weekly. So this is the style this week, and I thought it would be fun to throw in some fun things to talk about as we did it, since this was a pretty easy style. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to y'all in the next video, and I'm also going to be talking to y'all in the comments, so don't forget to let me know if there's something that you would have wanted to know before you went natural, or if you're thinking about going natural. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment for me. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.